The U.S. Federal Reserve has kept interest rates at its target range of 4.25% to 4.5%. Fed Chair Powell said the central bank's forecast for less economic growth and higher inflation in 2025 somewhat offset each other, explaining the fact that the forecast for rate cuts this year stayed at 2. Powell added a good part of the central bank's higher inflation expectation comes from tariffs. He also noted that while economists outside of the Fed have generally raised their estimated likelihood of a recession, a severe downturn still isn't likely. U.S. President Donald Trump has said the Federal Reserve would be better off cutting rates as U.S. tariffs start to transition their way into the economy. Trump's comment came just hours after the Fed left rates unchanged and made no changes to its expectations for rate cuts this year. He added that April 2nd, the date when his plans for increased trade tariffs are set to be revealed, is Liberation Day for the country. Trump has repeatedly called on the central bank to further cut interest rates, given that lower rates are likely to further his agenda of improving U.S. economic growth. The European Union has stated it will tighten steel import quotas to reduce inflows by a further 15% from April. European Commission Executive Vice President Stefan Suzeruni said this comes in a bid to prevent cheap steel from flooding the European market after the Trump administration imposed new tariffs. Suzeruni said a first measure would be to tighten import quotas, known as safeguards, for multiple steel grades from April 1st, which would cut inflows by approximately 15%. China has held benchmark lending rates steady for the fifth straight month in March, matching market expectations. Early signs of the economic recovery gaining some momentum and persistently narrowing profit margins for lenders have reduced the urgency for more easing measures, despite the central bank's shift to an appropriately loose monetary policy stance this year. The one-year loan prime rate was kept at 3.1%, while the five-year loan prime rate was unchanged at 3.6%. Argentina's economy shrank 1.7% in 2024 compared with the prior year. According to the country's statistics agency, the economy expanded for the second consecutive time in quarterly terms in the last 3 months of the year. Argentina's gross domestic product, however, expanded 1.4% in the fourth quarter compared to the previous one in seasonally adjusted terms, marking the second quarter-on-quarter expansion in a row. Year-on-year, Argentina's gross domestic product also posted an increase of 2.1% in the October to December period, beating analyst forecasts for a 1.7% expansion. Gold prices have soared to an all-time high following remarks from Fed Chair Jerome Powell and as the U.S. Federal Reserve held interest rates steady as anticipated. Spot gold was up 0.1% at $3,049.89, and U.S. gold futures gained 0.6% to $3,058.40 per ounce.